What is going on, everyone? My name is Drew Spencer with the React and Attack Football Podcast, where we try and go over NFL content from all 32 teams every single day. And boy, oh boy, there's always something going on in the NFL world. And if you like what you hear, make sure to like and subscribe. And let's go. Week 3 was absolutely insane. So many big blowouts, a lot of fumbles, a lot of blocked kicks. Um, just an absolute stunning way. But I mean, the game that comes to mind, the most stunning of all the games, it wasn't the Vikings smackdown of the Bengals, nor was it Carolina and their defense holding Atlanta to not even getting to their 30-yard line, which is crazy in a 30-0 blowout. Crazy in its own right. But the big game, the one that you realize that you crown them too soon, and then you give them a trap game, and then reality starts to hit. And I'm talking about no other than the Green Bay Packers heading into Cleveland, um, in a game that I really didn't think the Browns had any chance in hell of winning, really. You know, and to start off with the Browns, I mean, let's not sleep too much on them. The reason why I've slept so much on Cleveland is because their offense is led by Joe Flacco and just a bevy of unproven pass catchers outside of Jerry Judy, and just kind of waiting to see how this offense can get going, some young running backs and stuff. So, and that was evident as all hell in this game. They could not move the ball. So I was right on every aspect of that, as most people are. But their defense is ranked first in the league as of right now for yards allowed per game, and they're third in sacks. So this defense is no joke. And the Jordan Love and the Packers, they obviously knew what they were getting into heading on the road against Cleveland, against a really dominant defense led by Myles Garrett, one of the best players in the NFL. So this wasn't a complete throwaway game, right? Just like every game in the NFL. But you're telling me that the Packers couldn't muster more than 10 points against this team? And I get it. As I've alluded to, the defense, yada, yada, yada. Jordan Love is getting paid a ton of money with a ton of groups of their offense comparatively is insane. And they couldn't muster anything. And now, yes, so it happens when you block field goals, and yeah, they should have had it. And again, another special teams blunder for the Green Bay Packers, as they're so accustomed to. But I mean, come on, man. Did you know that Jordan Love averaged 1.9 yards per pass attempt through the air? He was basically a non-factor throughout this game. Josh Jacobs couldn't get going on the ground. They tried wide receiver runs. They tried everything. And yes, the Browns defense was ready for it, teeing off. They get a ton of credit. But come on, man. I just, this was definitely a big loss because I had so much praise for them. And here's the thing, Packers defense was doing their job and then some. They gave them so many opportunities. Joe Flacco was picked off. He was sacked multiple times. They had the ball in good field position to start a lot of drives. And you're telling me they couldn't get more than 10 points against them? blame the blame the block field goals, all that stuff. And yes, give credit to the Browns defense, but this was an absolute egregious showing from this Packers offense that I had a lot more faith and hope in. So, you know, again, I don't really want to jump off the wagon of this team because the defense was still amazing and impressive, but just an absolute dreadful performance by Jordan Love. And I know, again, like I said, some of these other quarterbacks, some other these teams that got blown out or stomped out or whatever you want to say, they're going to get a lot of heat. Uh, but Jordan Love's numbers pretty pedestrian in a very embarrassing loss. A fascinating team that's starting off 3-0 are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it sucks that I haven't, for some reason, gotten around to this team. And I'm glad I finally get to talk about them now. And the first thing I want to bring up is I remember when they drafted Egbuka, very promising, very good receiver out of Ohio State, that I had pegged for an eye on, for a long time as, yeah, this guy's going to be a first rounder. This guy's going to be good. Well, when the draft comes and goes, Tampa's there. They take a wide receiver. They take him. And I didn't think it was a bad pick. Again, I think he was a first round receiver. But in my mind, I was like, well, it's pretty interesting. I thought they were going to go in a little different way, maybe go linebacker to address that kind of need, or, you know, be a little bit more defensive oriented in mindset, because they still, they were able to extend Chris Godwin and they still have Mike Evans. Well, the Bucks are getting ahead of all that, as they basically found their replacement for one of these guys, or both for the future, essentially, with this pick. Um, Egbuka, not just this game, man. Throughout his rookie career in this short time, he's been an absolute menace. 3 touchdowns in 3 games. He had 85 yards today on 6 grabs. My opinion, he should have had more, considering he had a play that was reversed where I know for a fact he caught it. It really seemed that way. I get that it was reversed, so I sound like a fool, but I mean, watching that over and over and over, I was like, man, I really feel like they didn't give it to him. One-handed grabs. He's just been this ultimate plug-in play receiver, and the Bucks are capitalizing on it. And the guy who's capitalizing the most, though, my guy Baker Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield, dude. I've been wanting to talk about this guy for a while. Always was a big fan of him. Coming out, he was my number one back then in 2018, and I know Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson beat his brakes off. But let's think for a second here, guys. Since Baker has taken over Tampa, he's been nothing but short of great. Franchise quarterback, guy you pay, guy that you were like, yes, would keep this guy for the next reliable 5 years or so. When they grabbed him, everyone in the league and fans and people like that were like, "Oh, it's just another castaway. I hope the Bucks draft a new guy." Nope. Since then, he's turned it all around with multiple different offensive coordinators. And at this point, Baker Mayfield, I believe, has crept up into another echelon. He is no longer just, he's gone through a lot, right? First overall pick, promising maybe savior of the Browns, hurt, has been, bust, then promising, redemption, and now franchise quarterback, dare I say, maybe getting closer to that second tier, maybe already in that second tier of guys that are just so good, and not the main MVP guys you think of like Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes, but is Baker Mayfield around there? Because I'm starting to see that in his game, man. And I've noticed this for the past couple years now since he's been with Tampa, but so far this year, his ability to navigate in the pocket, to step up, to create and separate and run at a higher rate. I mean, he has become so clutch. And it seemed that the Jets had them dead to rights in this game. But yet again, for the third time this year, Baker Mayfield leads another game winning drive. All 3 games. Baker Mayfield certainly hasn't looked, if you look at his box stats and everything, he doesn't blowing everyone out of the water, and you're not looking at it like an MVP or anything, but my gosh, in every aspect, I mean, he's throwing the ball away too when the pressure is getting there. I mean, everything about this guy's game has increased over these past couple years. And again, these are all new offensive coordinators from year to year. This is all just him finally breaking out, finally getting a franchise and a team that believes in him, and giving him some good weapons, like obviously Mike Evans and Mika Ibuka, and go out there and sling it. And man, oh man, I have been super stoked, super pumped about Tampa. Not surprised at all they're 3-0. Not shocked whatsoever. I think they are a very tough team in the NFC. And if Baker keeps playing like this, with ice in his veins and his tenacity, um, just shrugging off fucking tackles and stuff. Like it's crazy, man. The way he's been playing. A lot of respect for this guy, man. Uh, Excited to see how he continues to do. How about another quarterback that's taken a leap this year? And that's weird to say because he hasn't really. But now I think it's more in the eyes of everyone to see. Justin Herbert. Now, Justin Herbert's been slinging the pill like nobody's business for a while now. Um, I've had him as my, in that upper echelon of, you know, top five, anywhere between top seven at the lowest. Now, here's the thing: last year, how the season ended, it it rewrote the whole trajectory of that man's entire season last year because he threw four, I believe, interceptions in that game, in the playoff game. I think he only had what two on the entire year. Look, Justin Herbert, we all know he's good. We all know he's talented. But through these last three games in this offense that he's another year in, he looks mechanical. It looks like everything is set up in a way, and he can read where everyone's going to be, where they should be. He can make every throw. He's able to buy time. It's incredible. And here he was going up against, in my opinion, one of the best defenses in the league in Denver. And not just by my opinion, they're statistically proven as such. And he had pressure hanging on his face all damn day. But Justin Herbert was able to maneuver, get out of the pocket, strike down the field. I mean, his throw to Keenan Allen in the back of the end zone for a touchdown, crazy. I mean, the way that Justin Herbert is playing and navigating and operating this offense at such an extremely high level. I mean, guys like Quentin Johnston, who we thought is a meme because he can't seem to catch on anything. Well, all of a sudden, this guy, his chemistry with Justin Herbert's been reinvigorated or something, and these guys are on the same level. He's not dropping the ball anymore, and his explosiveness is finally coming out, and reason why he was picked so early. And all of a sudden, you see how it's just boom, 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 just down the field. Justin Herbert will take the shot if he sees it. It's been unreal for Justin Herbert, and to start off 3-0 in your division is the best possible way that anyone can start. And I get it. That's just how their schedule was lined up. But my God, man, to walk away from all three of your opponents, division rivals, with wins, that's a lot, man, especially early on. And Justin Herbert has been nothing but short of amazing. I get it. It's week 3, but Justin Herbert playing at an MVP level right now. Really, really, really. I mean, again, we've talked about outside of Lad McConkey going into this year, it was like, oh, Justin Herbert, they need to give him receivers. What are they doing? Dude, when you have a high level quarterback that wants to run this offense, and I get it, Greg Roman, people, you know, ream him, but I think rallied under Jim Harbaugh again here and their offensive philosophies working together. I think they know exactly how they want to operate with Justin Herbert, and they are not afraid to get him on the move. They are not afraid to have him take the deep shot or just play the short game. So many impressive things about Justin Herbert. And another guy, a little segue that's playing at a kind of an MVP level right now, has been Jonathan Taylor. Another player just like Justin Herbert, where he's been a beast for so long. So this isn't surprising. He's been an upper tier, upper echelon guy. But Jonathan Taylor, look, I get it. We're all talking about, oh crap, Daniel Jones, and he's been playing well in that offense. But like I've said before, yeah, man, that offense is so tailored to, as long as someone can just really play point guard, game manager, that kind of thing. And now Daniel Jones is doing that, but at a little bit higher level. I will give him that. But the reason why is Jonathan Taylor. He sets up everything for what Shane Steichen and this offense wants to run from their sets, given every single play, damn near every single play, I should say, where you do not know whether the ball is going to be a quick throw or a give to JT or a quick screen pass or a sweep around or to even JT or something. It's almost unstoppable. And the way that guy is running, he's running with his head on fucking fire these past few games. 2 games with over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns only on the season. And I get it. There's probably other starts that have looked a lot better. But what Jonathan Taylor is bringing to this Colts offense and making Daniel Jones look look as good as he is right now, I think there's a lot of credit to be given to Jonathan Taylor there. So yeah. And to wrap things up, we got a big game tonight. Lions taking on Baltimore in Baltimore. An insane game, man. Um, a game that I could really see go either way. I get it. The Lions, you know, they they haven't had the same amount of throttlings that the Ravens have been able to produce, essentially in terms of, because that game where the Ravens lost to the Bills, that was an offensive slug out that they just blew, right? But then they were able to right the wrong against a very good Browns team that I'll bet they were able to make a lot of those points due to short field range. But I mean, whatever, man. This Ravens team is fucking stacked, bro. Like like so they're gonna be ready to go. And this Detroit team coming off a massive win against the Bears where their offense looked crazy. I mean, I want this game to be fireworks. And I'm gonna predict that it will be. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think both teams are gonna be able to get theirs in it. I think Lamar Jackson, though, ideally over the years, Lamar Jackson has been able to destroy the Lions and teams of that nature. I think overall against the NFC, he has some crazy record overall. It's like it's a fun stat, but another fun stat that I read though is that tonight is the waxing crescent moon for the Lions fans out there. I'm sure you guys know what that means, as they are 9-1 when that happens now. I have some buddies, and I was joking with them that the Lions have been using some old magic, as opposed to new, maybe. But you know, I think this is going to be an awesome game. I am going to take. I'm going to go on a. I'm going to take a little hot take here, man. Usually, I go with the home team. I'm going to say the Lions squeak out this game, man. And I think all of a sudden, just like that, for the people that may have given up on the Lions or you know turned away from them, I think it puts them right back into the media eye of, oh crap, this team is still very much a Super Bowl competitor. Thanks.